Hi Capricorn, this is your reading for March 2023. I'm just going to get straight into the reading, Capricorn, pull out some energy for you guys for the month of March. As always, gender is not a thing in these readings, so if I'm describing the card as a he or a she, then it could be a she or a he. Just take it how it resonates to your life, but do not make it fit if it's not your reading, and it won't be because it's a general reading, so they don't resonate with everybody. Any information you need to know about me can be found in the description box below. I am open for personal readings, so have a little look at that. And with all that being said, let's just get into the reading. So we've got a couple of cards that's coming out for you straight away, Capricorn. King of Wands in the Chariot. So this is really telling me that you're powering up at the moment. You're moving ahead with something, some type of project. You know, you may even be moving, traveling for work, traveling for business, something like that. It's almost like you're trying to keep a good control or a good grip on a situation at the moment, okay? You're exerting a lot of strength in whatever it is you're doing, but it's also a lot of willpower, okay? But this is going to put you in good stead, okay? So whatever it is that you're doing is putting you in good stead right now. So that's amazing. So we'll just keep those as kind of cards to the side. We'll refer back to them if we need to. The King of Wands is someone who's a leader. He's a director. He is often the businessman, you know, so you may be kind of starting up and venturing out in terms of business, okay? You see, you know, this is someone who's heading off on a brand new path. This is someone who is basically saying, look, I'm armed with everything that I need. I am knowledgeable. You know, I've done my work. I'm feeling good. And I'm, you know, it's out the door. You know, you're not holding back. So you're really kind of being very ambitious at the moment with whatever it is that you're doing. It's taking a lot of strength. It's taking a lot of courage. So again, you could be starting up in business. I did see travel that was indicated, and with this Three of Wands, this is really kind of a card of going the distance. The Three of Wands really is a card of clairvoyance, okay? So you look into the future and you're saying, look, where can this take me? Whatever it is that you've been doing, you're wanting to venture out, okay? So you may be wanting to expand your business. You may be wanting to expand it to another country, expand it to, you know, like another area, another state, another, you know, something like that, another city. And you're really kind of doing the work at the moment is what I'm seeing, the head work. You know, you're really applying your knowledge. I do feel like you're somebody that's very knowledgeable with whatever it is that you do in business. You are very knowledgeable, okay? So very well studied, I'm getting. Somebody that is experienced. You've been in this industry for a long, long time. It may be that you're setting up your first business. But I do indicate travel, so there may be some traveling to and from. You may be going backwards and forwards right now with regards to whatever it is that you're trying to do. I'm seeing that you're staying over, okay? So you may be staying overnight in places. You may be staying in hotel rooms. You may be staying, you know, it could even be like family, you know, like a family home, family, distant family. I'm getting distant relatives now. So distant relatives is coming up, and especially ancestors, okay? So aside from that, three of Wands in the middle of your spread. Again, this is a card of clairvoyance. This is a card of looking to the future and really seeing where you want to go. This is a state of moving forward as well, if you want to put it that way. This is This is a state of kind of heading out on a new journey, but having to leave something behind, okay? Or something is already established, but you're heading out in order to establish something new, okay? You've made some type of connection, something's really hit it off. Now you're wanting to expand that, you're wanting to further it, basically. The moon could speak to some type of healing practice, okay? Some type of therapy. Let's just say something like that. It could involve children. So you may be a therapist. You could be a child therapist or something to that degree. But the moon really talks about something being hidden, something not being realized or actualized right now. So it's all like, I'm also hearing like in theory. So in theory, this is happening. In theory, you've done the work, you've done the plan, you've applied yourself. Maybe you've formulated the business plan and you're at that checkpoint now where you're saying, right, the business plan's done, everything checks out. Now I need to just decide where to take it. Now I need to decide where to find like my unit or what city I'm going to expand to or something like that. But it's almost like it's been done in theory, however, not in practice. So you are at like the pinnacle point. You're at the point where this is beginning to manifest, okay? You've applied yourself is what I'm hearing. So it's beginning to manifest. Things are really starting to take off for you. And there's taking off quite rapidly, actually. I can see there's a lot of movement going on in your reading. So there's a lot of toing and froing and going backwards and forwards. It's almost like you're really trying to oversee whatever it is that you're doing. You're very much trying to show up. You're trying to be present for it. It's not like you're leaving it up to other people to do. You're doing it yourself. You're wanting to be very, very active, play a very active role in the development of whatever this thing is. Two of Pentacles, again, this really plays into that duality, you know, one thing here, one thing there, you know, up in the air, something very established, something very up in the air. It's almost like, you know, like I said, this is very established. This is up in the air. It's like transient. So it's almost like something that you're trying to bring into being. Okay. But they are very much connected. So there's a balancing going on here. It's almost like you're trying to take care of a business in one place, but then also you have to be somewhere else in order to develop another business. So you're feeling a bit split at the moment. You may be feeling a bit split in two. And I am getting that with the Chariot as well. This is about really trying to remain composed, basically. This is the card of composure. And the King of Wands is somebody that is all about composure, okay? So you're trying to keep you cool, but maybe things are getting a little bit stressful. Maybe things are really picking up the pace. You've got lots to do, lots of responsibilities. You know, you're trying to manage your workload is what I'm getting, okay? But you may be feeling the stress of that at the moment, okay? That could be depleting you somewhat a little bit. So remember to rest up on a night time. Remember to get enough sleep. Okay, because I do see that you're staying up in all hours of the night, just thinking. And it's almost like when you're trying to wake up the next day, you're really tired. That's not good. So make sure that you're sleeping enough. Queen of Wands in the background. Okay, so the Queen of Wands really talks about being in your power. This is Aries. Again, this is the manifestation. This is being in the head. This is the higher mind. This is the higher mind guiding force, basically, that is contained within all of us. The Queen of Wands is someone who is very, very desirable. You know, we all want to lead with our higher mind. We don't want to live in these animalistic desires, you know, things like eating food just because we like it. Our higher mind tells us to eat the food that's good for our bodies. So that's the difference. So you're using a lot of brain power right now is what I'm getting to try to manifest this situation. In the past, okay, this Queen of Wands is showing up in the past, and the Queens are really about not emotion, understanding. Okay, so it's almost like, again, you've figured it out. You're saying yes. It's almost like you've hit the mark. And if you can see in this card, she's got her arm up with this wand, and it's almost like she's created something. This is a very creative card. So it's like you've brought something into being. You really have. And again, it's just playing into that. The plan that has been done, the theory work has been done. You can see that this is actually viable. This is a viable thing. So now you're like, right, let me take this somewhere. Let me do something with it. It's really exciting. These are cards of big arousal. So whatever it is that you're doing, you're really excited about it. So whatever this business venture is really exciting for you. I am seeing travel overseas as well. So you may even be traveling overseas to another country, okay? And that could be to oversee some type of a manufacturing process, going backwards and forwards and saying, no, that's not right. No, that's not right. You need to do it again. Change this, change that. So it's almost, again, like this to and fro backwards. It's almost like product development. So you could be getting into some type of product development, developing some type of product. This could be some type of product relating to sleep. Okay, so that's very specific. That's not going to be for everybody, but some type of product that aids sleep, maybe, or some type of product that has a healing quality to it. Okay, some type of healing quality to it. I am getting like sound waves. Okay, so it could even be music. It could even be music. So you could even be creating and producing some type of music, because the Queen of Wands is someone that's very musical. Okay, this is someone that's very, very creative. And very, very magnetic as well. I'm getting like there's a lot, you draw a lot of people in, you know, this, whatever this thing is that you've manifested, it's very magnetic, you know, people will be drawn to it. People naturally gravitate towards it. So this could be music as well. I'm seeing drums now. I'm seeing drums, big drums. Okay, drums. That's what I'm getting quite predominantly. And some type of a board, like a piano. I'm seeing like a piano as well. if it's not a piano, it's something that looks like a piano. So it's something that's got keys like a piano, or something that's got different kind of tubular, what are them things called, like a xylophone, or a is it a glockenspiel or something like that? Something like that that makes a noise, like a ringing, like a bell. I'm seeing something like that as well. So yeah, we've got Temperance here, and again, this is just playing into that backwards and forwards, toing and throwing, blending. You know, blending. This is like alchemy. This is trying to achieve that harmonious state, that equilibrium, that balance, trying to get something just so. So you may be going backwards and forwards, trying to perfect something, okay? That's what I'm really getting. Trying to perfect something, trying to make something very harmoniously, work in harmony. You know, this is real, I'm getting this conflict, this struggle, okay? But I'm also getting, it's almost like you're trying to achieve that level of harmony, if that makes sense, you know. I am seeing a relationship for you coming up in the future as well with this Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups talks about chemistry again. It talks about things balancing, working in harmony. So whatever it is that you set out to do, okay? So like I said, we'll come back to the relationship. But in terms of you, whatever it is that you set out to do, whatever you're traveling for, whatever type of business you're trying to establish, whatever it is you're trying to create, you are in this phase of conflict and struggle with it, and it's because you're trying to perfect it. You want it to be just so, right? In the future, there is this, you could be in your emotions, okay? Big emotions, and I'm feeling like whatever you're creating is drawing in, it's drawing attention, it's drawing attraction. You know, this is what this Two of Cups is. This is attraction. This is people being very drawn and attracted to what it is that you're creating. Can you see? Like, look at this. This is chemistry again, that alchemy. Up here, I'm seeing drums very heavily. So whoever, you know, you may play the drums. Drums may be very significant for you, but it's almost like you could be a very, very profound drummer, or something like that. It's almost like people are saying, this is your gift. Can you see this guy's got wings behind him? It's almost like you are very gifted. Whatever it is that you do, it's a blessing, it's a gift from the universe, okay? And it's almost like you're bringing that gift out, you're bringing it to the front, and people are starting to notice you with this Moon card coming out. This is kind of, you're not, again, like I said, the established energy I was picking up before, maybe the people that are in your community, the people that are around you, okay, that know you well, know that you are very, very good. But it's almost like you're going to prove yourself to somebody else. You're going to maybe try and gain employment from it and say, look, and show them your skills and your talents. And that's the thing that you're doing in theory. So you may be going over, it's almost like going over the playbook in your head. You're really kind of replaying it, doing it again, getting it perfect. This is something that you created a long time ago, okay? This is something that you realised that you had the potential to do a long time ago, or at least in the past. But now it's almost like you're trying to bring a sense of structure to it. You're trying to develop it somewhat, okay? The reason why I'm saying that is because you've got the Hierophant here. The Hierophant is the spiritual father, okay? But if you can see in the card, this is someone who is being elevated. This is someone who is being activated and awakened, and it's almost like this thing is being reborn, so to speak, okay? So this could be a talent that you developed in your bedroom, and it's almost like it's been reborn. So let's say, for example, someone recognizes that you're a very talented drummer, and then you it's almost like you're trying to level that up, make it better. So you could be having some type of lessons as well. You could be having some type of lessons. Someone could be guiding you and teaching you, trying to really, I'm seeing strings now, like a guitar. So this is heavy on the music here. So if this resonates for you, Capricorn, please let me know, because I'm finding this really, really interesting. I'm just picking up something about music, vibes, really trying to get something just so, practicing skills and development of skills, traveling, okay? So traveling, like touring, going from place to place to showcase, because the King of Wands is the performer. This is someone who's turned a hobby and an interest into something very, very fortunate, basically. And the Chariot, again, look, this is being pulled in two directions. So you're going all over the place. We've got the Knight of Swords, which is really speaking to me about some sense of urgency. Again, this is about being on the road, traveling, being here, there, and everywhere. It's fast-paced energy. It's quick, and it's almost like it's very what's the word? It's very it's a very high vibration, is what I'm trying to say. So it's very fast-paced is what the only thing I can describe it as, really. Here, there, and everywhere. And when you finish a show somewhere, then you go into a show and somewhere else, and you go into it, and it's almost like, right, quick, everybody get back in the bus. We've got to get to so-and-so at such and such a time. And then you're back on the bus, and then you're at the next place, and you're like, right, now let's perform. And then you finish that, and you're like, right, back on the bus because we need to get to so-and-so by such and such. So it's almost like, you're doing a lot of running around right now. You're enjoying it, though, absolutely. This is something that's raising your vibration, okay? You're feeling very blessed. You're feeling very thankful. You're feeling very grateful that this situation has come around. It's providing a sense of stability for you as well. It's providing a sense of stability for you. We've got this Nine of Wands showing up. Now, this is showing up as someone who is very defensive and very on guard, okay? So this may be really indicative of some type of reluctance to participate. I'm just seeing that you may be doubting your abilities a little bit, okay, when it comes to whatever it is that you're doing. There may be a seed of doubt that's being planted. So you may be reluctant. You may be feeling like a bit of an imposter, okay? So you might have a little bit of imposter syndrome kicking in. It's causing a sense of internal conflict and internal unrest, okay? So this is very different energy to what I was picking up. I just feel like there's a sense of nervousness and anxiety because I've just seen the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords is all about being very much in your head. You're really trying to make it to the top, and you're struggling, and you're pushing yourself, and you're challenging yourself, but you can't help but have this sense of imposter syndrome. I'm feeling like you're a bit of a fraud, and I'm not saying that you are a fraud. I'm just saying that within your psyche, you may be feeling like, I'm somewhat of an imposter. I shouldn't be here. Capricorns are all about the profession, to be honest with you. They are, and they're all about climbing the ladder. They're all about making it to the top, being seen, being recognised, being noted. You may even have a degree in music. I'm seeing this is somebody who is very musically inclined, so you may have a degree in music or just in your particular field. It doesn't have to be music. I'm just using that as an example, but I am picking up music heavily in this reading. I'm going to pull some more cards from another deck, see what else we can get, what other messages we can get. This is very much about being acknowledged, okay, being seen, and development, of character development. This is developing your character. The Chariot's ruled by the moon, okay, so you are following your intuition on this. You are really, it's almost like do you know, like when you play a guitar and I think it's called riff, when you riff and it's almost like diddling. I see like loads of people in a studio riffing and just like throwing melodies out there and seeing what works well. So there's an element of collaboration coming up. So I won't be surprised if I see the Three of Pentacles show up for you. But it's almost like a collaboration. This might be why you're having to travel overseas and stuff like that. Some type of production is being made. Let's just put it that way, because now I'm seeing the stage. Now, let me just show you these. Okay, it's almost like a production of a stage, of some type of stage. Can you see? It's like backstage, behind the boundary lines. And this is like the production team putting lights up and, really just setting the scene, basically. Setting the scene. I feel like you get lost in music. You absolutely get lost in music. It just takes you to a whole other realm. Two of Cups is showing up for you again. So you could meet a person on the road. You could meet somebody from this if you're single, and you are here, there, and everywhere. I am seeing that you could meet someone through the development of this, because we've got Leo in the back again. Leo showing up with those wings. It's like divine strength, you are connecting with somebody. You really are. This could be somebody that's from a different place as well. You're from two very different worlds, because I am seeing like a mix of culture, but also someone from two very different lands or ways of life. Let's just put it that way. That's showing up for you here, absolutely. And again, it's really it's showing up in this card as well with the biracial. Can you see? It's almost like there's a blend of something, two very different cultures, very different backgrounds, very different. You may even have different religions, you may even just have different skin color. It's something like that, but it's two very different ways of life. You might even move, okay, to be with this person because you're very attracted to them. You might be that attracted to them that you actually decide to up and move because this is somebody like, that's a Chariot. You can fit a lot of luggage in there. It's not like, you know, you're on a bike and you're just going to nip to see somebody. It's almost like you're taking all your belongings because you're very attracted to this person, and it's almost like you find them very inspirational. They may inspire you to create music, you know, you might write songs about them, you might, you know, like I said, you might write songs about them, something like that. The Hanged one, again, picking up this musical vibe. So this is Pisces energy, it's Neptune, and this really talks about the collective conscious, okay? It really talks about that deep emotion, that water. You know, when we all gather at a concert and we hear somebody sing, we're all feeling that same vibration, and it's affecting us on a mass scale. So I'm just getting like crowds of people with this hangman. I know this reading's not going to resonate for everybody, but I am just seeing someone that's extremely creative at this time, okay? Extremely creative. It's almost like they're on fire. I'm just seeing like you are on fire. Somebody could be saying that to you. You are on fire. Like they're recognizing your talent and saying, wow. And I just feel like you're being put on stage. Absolutely. And this is your business, you know, this is your self-employment. I feel like you are becoming self-employed and you're like freelancing. There's an element of freelancing that's going with this as well. Now, again, this doesn't have to be music. This could be something in regards to a healing therapy. So you could actually be some type of therapist, okay? And connecting with people emotionally on an emotional level in order to heal them. And you may be healing them through things like sound frequency or even meditation. The hangman, you know, he can be symbolic of meditation. But there's this element of getting lost, or hypnosis even. You could even be, you know, into hypnosis, that kind of thing. But it's really something to do with accessing that subconscious realm, let's just say, getting beneath the skin of a person. That's really what your business is. Whatever it is that you do, it's about connecting to people emotionally on a very subconscious realm, on a very subconscious level. Very spiritual, very spiritual. The moon's showing up again, and you've got a lot of moon energy in this reading, a lot of moon energy. So really that talks to Cancerian qualities, you know, being very protective, being very nurturing, you know, I feel like phases as well. So I'm feeling like your, whatever it is that you do, your business, your self-employment could go through phases where at one point it's really, really great, then it's not so much, then it is, then it's, so there's like this fluctuation, this fluctuating energy that's playing into it now. So yeah, I'm seeing a full moon here, okay, and opposites again. I'm getting this opposite. There's two opposites. It's almost, so I think you're gonna meet somebody. At the minute you meet them, you're gonna recognize them. You're gonna be like, I know you. You're really familiar, and you've never met this person before. The reason why you're feeling like that is because this person, you have been with them in a past life. Okay, you've probably lived many lives before with them. And that's why they feel so familiar, but there is distinct differences between the two of you, okay? So if you were to go, you know, to a party or something like that, the minute you walk in the room, people can tell that you are two very different people, but for some reason, it just works. It's almost like a yin and a yang I'm getting. So it's almost like whatever you are on the inside, this person represents, and whatever they are on the inside, you represent. So let's just say you team up or you pair with somebody who is very indigenous, okay, but they understand the laws of society in, like, let's say mainstream society like Britain and, you know, places like that. They're very intellectual, whereas you may be deemed as just, you know, like, let's say, for example, less indigenous, more what's the word I'm looking for? More straight down the line. Do you know what I mean? I can't explain it. Less indigenous, less cultured, let's just say. But in actual fact, in your heart space, you very much are cultured. You know, maybe you're somebody, let's say you have white skin, but you know a lot about the black culture, something like that. You know a lot about things like Martin Luther King and stuff, and you two connect through that. So it's almost like you complement each other very well. That's what I'm trying to get at. You complement each other very, very well. But again, I'm just seeing these drums. So I'm picking up Africa for some reason. So somebody could be meeting. Really what I'm getting is a white person and an African person. You may travel to Africa, something to do with music. You may attend some type of a festival. You might meet them at this festival. But I'm just seeing like two very different races, I'm seeing like an interracial relationship developing from this. It's amazing. Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords, again, this is going to happen really, really quickly. Things that are going to take off rapidly between the two of you. You're not going to want to be apart from this person for very long, I don't think. It's almost like I'm seeing somebody making a beeline. It's like as soon as you meet this person, it's like, right, that's it, I'm sold. You're not questioning it. There's no question about it. There's no doubt in your mind. The only doubt that you have is in regards to your ability, musically inclined, or with regards to your talent, whatever it is that your self-employment is. You know, you may feel like somewhat of an imposter there. That could be because you're in a different country. You're somewhere where the culture is very different. It's almost like, let's say, for example, you teach African music and you actually go to Africa. I'm picking up Africa very, very strong. And you go to teach music, you feel like an imposter there because it's almost like you're saying, how can I teach these people about their own culture? But there's somebody that recognizes you there and they actually love you for it. And they're like, wow, this guy is hitting the spot. Do you know what I mean? This girl is hitting the spot. Everything that they've said is accurate to how we believe, what our customs are. And then the two of you hit it off because of that. So that's amazing. That's interesting. 10 of Wands, so this is burdens, okay? So lots of responsibilities, like I was saying before, lots of responsibilities. I feel like you're going to be going lots of places and hitting lots of places, okay? The 10 of Wands talks about fatigue. It talks about feeling drained and tired and just not knowing if you can go on anymore. And that is really just due to pressure. There's a lot of pressure that's being put on you right now, maybe pressure to perform, maybe pressure to show up, you know, that kind of thing. But it is all adding to your experience of self-employment and your experience of whatever it is your profession is. It just gets a little tiresome. And now I'm seeing in this background, I'm seeing, you know, this is like, I just feel like this very indigenous landscape that you're going to be in. You could be working very, very hard. I'm seeing you building something. So building some type of stability, building some type of happiness, building some type of sanctuary for yourself. That's coming out very prominently as well. But again, I'm just getting like, this is somewhere that you're not used to living. There is something to do with the culture that's showing up in this reading. Okay. I'm going to pull some cards from, in fact, you know what? I won't do that. I'll pull some from the Kipper first and foremost. See if we can get some more on this. Some more messages, please. There's a lot of fire and a lot of water in this reading, but there is no pentacles. The only thing that I can see with regards to pentacles, you know, the physical reality is this toing and froing, going backwards and forwards, okay? And trying to balance something, trying to balance your energy, trying to be in two places at once. It's almost like when you're in one place, you want to be back home, and then when you're at home, you want to be back there. So there's a lot of traveling going on, back toing and froing and backwards action. Seeing a pendulum, so I don't know, like a pendulum swinging, so I don't know if some of you are into pendulums, something like that. But now I'm also seeing a clock, so you may be feeling like time's running out. Or maybe if you're staying in another country, it's almost like your time's up, your work visa's running out or something like that. And it's causing you a sense of tension and anxiety because you don't want to leave. You don't want to leave. It's almost like you're setting up a life in this place and you don't want to leave it. And it's almost like if you have already left it or you're having to, it's almost like as soon as you get back, you're trying to figure out how you can go back again. I feel like you're setting up a home somewhere distant. You know, you're going to be moving, absolutely moving and setting up a home somewhere else, somewhere that's just completely unknown to you. You've never lived there before, you know, this is the first time you've met somebody, and it's almost like, right, I'm doing it, I'm going, I'm moving, and you're traveling to be with this person. So again, message, this is important documentation. So like I just said, visa, this could be some type of visa, some type of reminder that you need to renew your visa, or your visa's running out. Okay, this could also be a summon, like you're being summoned back home for whatever reason. Something of importance, there's something of importance that's calling for your attention. I'm seeing the telephone, I'm seeing like messages, something like that. Somebody's sending you some type of important message that you need to act on, okay? Judication. So this is some legal matter. This is something that needs balancing out. This is some legal matter. So again, I'm just picking up that visa, that working visa. This could be, I mean, this isn't the card of marriage, but you know, I feel like there's some finality to something that needs dealing with before you can completely make that clean cut and get away, okay? It's almost like you need to finalise something. So you may be getting summoned to court. Let's say you've divorced. Let's say you're divorced. You've been summoned to court to sit before the judge and say, look, and give your reasons and present some type of information. But this is official, something very, very official. You're making something very official. And then we've got courtship. Okay, courtship. So you may even be attending some type of court, okay, some type of courthouse in regards to your official relationship with something that's developed, okay, whilst you've been in this country. And again, it's almost like you're applying for this visa to stay. It's like a residential visa or something like that, so that you can stay and be together. I'm not picking up marriage, but I do have the Hierophant here, which is the card of commitment, okay, and taking a vow. So you could actually be planning on marrying this person, or you may have to marry this person so that you can stay with them. Because I'm getting the Knight of Swords, like I said, you know, this is something that has to happen quite quickly. So if your visa is running out, this is something that there's an urgency to it. The Eight of Swords talks about feeling very anxious, very overwhelmed by what needs to happen. That Ten of Wands could also indicate, you know, the burdens of it, the stresses of it weighing you down. Ten of Pentacles talks about family, talks about success. It talks about, you know, things coming together and working out. So this is a card of success. It is showing up for you in your reading. But again, like I said, I'm just seeing message, judication and courtship. So it's to do with the courting of somebody. So if you meet this person, you may be having to apply officially for a residency permit or something like that. Maybe you're only on a work permit and now you need to apply for a residency permit, something to do with that. Lovers, absolutely. You love this person. You've fallen in love with this person. It's almost like from the minute you were the... Sorry, I just paused the video by accident. So yeah, so I'm getting lovebirds. You know, this is something that's very pure. It's like a kindred spirit. You know, the two of you just really kind of resemble one another, but in very, very different ways. It's amazing, actually, what kind of energy is coming out in this card. I am seeing Cupid again. So it's almost like Cupid shot his arrow. It's going to wound you if you have to separate from this person, if you have to return to your homeland. It's really going to ruin you. You're not going to know what to do. It's almost like I don't want to be a part, because these people, can you see in this card, it's almost like they are made of the same thing. They're made of rock and they are fused together. It's always, this situation is rock solid. You two believe that you are rock solid. You're made for each other. You are of each other. You're made of the same stuff. So this is really amazing. This, you know, the two of you kind of meet in the middle is what I'm seeing. It's almost like you're meeting in the middle. And now I'm just seeing this kiss, okay? This kiss. It's almost like the kiss of life. You know what I mean? This person gives you life. It's like the kiss of life. It's like, this is what you've been waiting for. It's like when you kiss this person, or when you did the first time, let's just say, they really awoke things inside you that you've never experienced before. It's almost like they gave you life. It's like that, breathing life into your lungs, basically. And again, we've got the lungs, and I'm seeing instruments, playing instruments, breathing into an instrument. I think the two of you make very nice music together, so you could actually work together. That's really what this is saying. You know, you met each other through work, maybe, and it's almost like you sing to one another. You're of the same harmony. It's very harmonizing. Occupation showing up, look. Occupation, but this is not just work. This is like a skilled talent. This is something that's been developed. This is a skilled trade. This is something where you use materials, you use instruments to create something divine, basically, something truly divine. And then now we have got toil and labour, so this is indicating hard work. Okay, this is indicating that there is an element of hard work attached to this, and I think the hard work is really resembling the two of you being together. It's very hard for the two of you to remain together, so you're kind of doing everything that you can. You're going and speaking to these official people and you're saying, look, what can we do? Is there any way that we can stay together? You know, this message is, you're waiting on documentation, you're waiting on responses, you're waiting for replies, and it is causing a level of stress. It's causing a level of stress. So a few cards from my deck that I created. This is a beautiful reading for love, absolutely. It's almost like you kind of went on your own path, okay? You went on your own path, you started doing your own thing, you realise that you're quite talented to some degree. You become self-employed, okay, and you've decided to travel with this skill, this talent, and you've met somebody who is of the same species, let's just put it that way. And you've really hit it off with this person. Now you need to remain together. You want to remain together. The two of you want to be together. There is a cultural difference to some degree. Take that how it resonates. And now it's almost like you're trying to formalize things so that you can be together and reside together, stay together. This is so far from what you used to. Okay, it's almost like you couldn't. It's almost like I'm hearing that I couldn't make this up if I tried. I couldn't make this up if I tried. Almost like a dream come true, basically. It's really nice. Out of nowhere, see? Out of nowhere. This person entered your life out of nowhere. I hate being apart from you. I hate being apart from you. Like, look how many cards is in this deck. And there's two parts to this deck that I've created. It's a super chunky deck. So for these cards to be coming out, you know, this is confirmation. This is confirmation. I've just seen something related to money, so you may be feeling a bit depleted financially at the moment as well. You may not have the money that you need in order to be able to reside in this place or to stay there. Kindred spirit, you two are made of the same stuff. I said this, kindred spirit, the two doves, this connection is pure. This is something that you've been waiting for your whole life. Authorities, talking about that visa or whatever it is that you need to do in order to remain with this person. This is deeper than you know. You're going to be telling them, I love them. You know, I think people may be actually looking at you as if to say, yeah, whatever. You know, you've only just come here. How can you possibly be in love with this person in the way that you're saying you are? And you're saying, look, it's deeper than you know. I can't explain it. Even I can't explain it. I knew from the minute I first saw them what they meant to me. We are solid as a rock. So you might like Tina Turner. Is that Tina Turner? I don't even know who that is, but, you know, Google it. If you know the song, Google it. Leave a comment because I'd love to know. Is it Tina Turner? I don't know. Anyway, what else? Rigid. Okay, so again, there is some struggle here. There is some struggle. The square represents rigidity. It represents laws, guidelines, rules. The law of four. It represents a home because a square is a home. You know, four walls. So again, residency is coming up big in this reading, guys. Absolutely. And labour. Again, work, visa, labour. So that's your reading, Capricorn. I'm going to leave it there. I need space to think. So you're really in your head right now. You don't know what to do. You're trying to work all of this out. You're really, really trying to work all of this out. You're trying to figure out this. You know, maybe going for walks out in nature, trying to figure stuff out, going backwards and forwards, seeing how you can bring things into alignment so that it works out for the best. I need space to think. You're in your own head right now. It's causing a lot of stress. It's causing you a lot of stress. So this is your reading, okay? My advice would be to just make sure that you cross all the T's and dot all your I's, okay? Try and collate as much information as you can in regards to the legalities surrounding your situation. Knowledge is power. And if you can present yourself in the best possible way, if you can present yourself in the best possible light, using words that really hit and touch on what it is that you're trying to communicate, I feel like that's going to have it's going to, you know, have that smack that you need. It's going to have that resonance. And I'm just going to pull one more card off the back of that advice. You know, I really feel like this is a time for you to get your head in the books and really, again, like I said, try to explain yourself in the best possible light. Why do you want to be there? Why do you want to be with this person? Why do you want to, you know, stay? Why should we let you stay? You really need to be communicating yourself in the best possible way. You tick all my boxes. You love this person. You absolutely love this person, and that's reason enough for anything, to be quite honest with you. You know, when it's genuine and we know and we can feel it and we resonate with that, you know, what else is there to say, really? Nothing else to say. Change is coming. Change is coming for you. Again, this card indicates a change and a move of residence, travel. Look, this person is putting all their belongings on that car. They are going. So that's your reading, Capricorn. That's truly amazing. So it looks like business is picking up for you. It looks like, you know, you are going to meet somebody. If this hasn't already happened, this is going to be happening throughout the month of March. This is something that's going to begin. So, like I said, again, look, distant horizons. The last card I've picked up for that deck, distant horizons. So, yeah. Take what resonates from this reading, leave what doesn't. It's not going to resonate with everybody because it's a general reading. So, you know, take the bits that do, and if they're useful and you can gain something from that, perfect. That's brilliant. That's really what all these readings are all about. You can look to your other placement signs, you know, look to the sign of your partner, see if there's something that comes up there. You can definitely cross-watch. You can flip the roles as well. So it may be that your partner's wanting to come and stay with you. It's the same story, but the roles are reversed. That's absolutely fine. You're welcome to do that, to use your own discretion. I'm going to leave it here, Capricorn. I am going to start going live from next week. Okay, so announcements will be made. So if you're interested in that, then be sure to subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you can be notified when I'm going live. And they're very interactive, so you can ask questions, you know, you can send super chats, that kind of thing. And I'll be able to pull cards for you whilst we're live, basically. So as I said, that's all for now, Capricorn. I'm going to leave it here and I will speak to you soon.